MJ, 19 games into the season, the NHL scoring leader, Quinn Hughes, a D-man with 30 points. For the last few seasons, the top blue liner in the league has been Cale Makar. And apart from a brief blip by Erik Karlsson, second, not even close to Makar, a Calder, a Norris, a Conn Smythe. We know Hughes isn't ready to topple Makar just yet, but how much has he closed the gap on him?
Significantly, Gino. That's how well Quinn Hughes has played this year. The fact that we're having this conversation and it's legitimate tells you how great Quinn Hughes has been. And yet, even with Quinn Hughes' greatness, Makar still is averaging slightly higher points per game than Quinn Hughes. But where Quinn Hughes has taken massive strides in closing that gap is his ability to generate offense for himself. His point shots, his volume, his actual goals scored, his even strength production all has climbed significantly, as Corey just mentioned, tying a career high already in goals. That was one of the significant advantages Makar would have had over Hughes, would have been that he scores more goals. He can put up 15, 18, close to 20. Well, Hughes is on that same kind of pace this year as well. Then you factor in the leadership of Quinn Hughes. He was named captain, he's taken it seriously, and he's leading his team on the ice as well as off to being one of the better teams in the Western Conference. He has closed the gap, and you're right, he's not there just yet. If he were to do this significantly, this rate for another couple years, if he does it in the playoffs, he kind of finds that year over year, then we could have a closer conversation. But right now, he's probably number 2, and the gap is much smaller than it once was.
I want to follow up on that. Is there really any way that you can see Hughes actually surpass Makar somewhere down the road? And if so, what would he need to do to make that happen?
I think, Gino, it's as much based on team success as it would be individual success. I mean, the numbers are so similar between him and Makar this year that it'd be hard to pick between one or the other, although he still might take Makar. Where Makar would separate himself is he's won a Conn Smythe. He's won a cup. His playoff production is ridiculous for a defenseman. Quinn Hughes has to get his team in the playoffs, and like he did the one time he played, and then produce at a really high clip like he has before. But he just has to get there with the team. I think the fact that Makar is doing it on one of the best teams in the league has given him an advantage in perception and in reality over Quinn Hughes. So it's a much a function of the Vancouver Canucks getting back to the playoffs and Quinn Hughes doing the same thing. And then we'll have this next conversation, and it'll be that much closer, and maybe you'll even have to pick Hughes over Makar. But until he gets to the playoffs and does it there and has great team success as well as individual, it will still be Makar.
Let's celebrate what he's doing right now, though. Hughes, 19 points in November. The only Canucks defenseman to have more than that in a calendar month, Dennis Kearns, with 21, all the way back in 1977.